All right, everyone. What is up here today? YouTube Jigsaw0097 here, bringing you my Eagles-Texans game preview. This one's a little bit late. I wanted to make this yesterday, but, my voice was still kind of gone from the game. As you guys can hear, it's still a little bit but it's coming back. So I'll make this now. And one thing I did want to say real quick, too, is it looks like Cam Newton has been deactivated. So that signifies to me that the Panthers are done, guys, so that's good. So really all the Eagles have to worry about now is the Vikings. The Vikings need to lose to either Detroit or the Bears. And I think both of those games have a high chance of them losing at least one of them. So if the Eagles can just keep taking care of business, beat the Texans, and then beat the Redskins, we are good to go. We will make the playoffs with Nick Foles at the helm yet again. And what I always like to say, when you get in the playoffs, your record is 0-0. The season is reset, and it's one-and-done land. So it's a completely different ball game. I always harken back to the 9-7 Giants that defeated the undefeated Patriots. So there you go. Anything can happen, guys. So just to give a quick preview of this game, this will be very similar to the Rams game, to be honest. When it comes to defense, what they'll have to expect. Instead of Ndamukong Suh, they just got to look out for J.J. Watt. They do also have Clowney as well. That's going to be tough. But basically, if the line can step up like they did last week and help contain the pocket for Nick Foles, he's going to go deep, guys. And the Texans don't have the best secondary either. So if Nick Foles keeps going deep to Alshon Jeffrey, that's what we want, guys. That's what we want. Get Alshon Jeffrey involved, even Golden Tate, if you can get him involved finally. Make that third-round draft pick mean something. And so I expect the Eagles to come out swinging yet again. I want to see a little bit less conservative play calling from Doug as well. I want to see him just go out there and just let Nick Foles toss the rock up and see who comes and gets it, And this is just something that I wanted to talk about briefly, too, about the difference between Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. I don't understand what it is, because I think both of these quarterbacks are just elite in their own right. But I don't know what it is. It's a Doug thing, honestly. And Doug even said in a press conference, he says, if Carson is healthy, he plays. And I'm just thinking, but why, Doug? Why are you going to force him back on a season where literally one loss is the end? Let Nick Foles play and get the wins, but it's just something weird with Doug. And then also when it comes to the play calling, he seems to get more cute with Carson Wentz. Like he gets more creative and pointlessly, because I've always said football is X's and O's, guys. This was Chip Kelly's problem, is that he thought he had this innovative offense and he got cute all the time. It's like, just do what you got to do. Run the ball to set up the run. Throw the ball to run the ball to set up the pass. Pass the ball to set up the run. That's all offense is. And take some deep shots every now and then. And Doug Peterson seems to understand this when Nick Foles is at the helm. But when Carson Wentz plays, it's like all of a sudden he's got to do all these stupid plays, like 3rd and 2, let's have Carson run the ball. 4th and 1, let's throw a shotgun sweep and have be 4 yards behind the line. Stuff like that, guys. So, really, I'm looking at Doug now more than these quarterbacks and players. And the defense is tightening up as well, so it looks like Jim Schwartz is learning. But Avonte Maddox, he's one of the biggest steals of the draft, man. He's a 4th rounder. That dude's going to be around for a while, guys. Get ready to own his jersey, because he's not going anywhere. He's young and he's a beast. His interception in that Rams game, I saw that live. That was beautiful to watch, because he basically knocked the ball out of the guy's hand and then still recovered it. It was like a double move. And then the way that he kept Todd Gurley in bounds at the end of the game so that the clock would keep ticking. This guy's good, man. This guy's good. I don't know what they're going to do with him position-wise, but I think he deserves to be a starter next year. Excuse me. But yeah, that's the key to the offense, I think, guys, is that let Nick Foles throw the ball up and then try to establish the run early on. Just make sure you convert 3rd down. That's been one of the Eagles' biggest problems all year. I mean, Nick Foles' numbers didn't look great, but he converted the third downs. And I think that was the biggest difference. So do more of that. And then also, as far as the defense goes, Deshaun Watson, he's one of those running quarterbacks. The Eagles tend to struggle with them, but I think he's worse than Russell Wilson. And I think, sorry, I'm starting to get the hiccups here. And I think he's worse than Marcus Mariota. So, personally, I think the Texans are fraudulent. I don't think they're as good as their record says. You know, it's like I think the Colts are the team that's really good in that division, but because they just lost too many games, they're almost in the same situation as the Eagles. The record doesn't really tell you how good the team is in many ways because the coaching is all off. They're still just trying to figure things out. But the Colts and the Eagles are a case of too little, too late, pretty much. The Colts more so because the Colts have to have a lot more go in their favor. But that's what I'm saying. I think the Texans are highly beatable, guys, especially if the Eagles can go into LA and beat the Rams. Now, there is one factor in this game that might affect Nick Foles. The fact that it's going to be really cold in Philadelphia. This is going to be like the same as last year's game against Oakland. It's the second to last game of the season. It's going to be really cold in Philadelphia, and Nick Foles never does very well in cold weather games. You know, he struggled in the Atlanta game last year in the playoffs until the very end, and really the defense helped a lot in the Minnesota game. So, but I'm not taking anything away from Nick Foles. He still balled out. But that is something to be concerned about, is will he come out flat? Because he needs to come out on fire like he did in LA. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night, and you know, we're already in the playoffs basically, guys. Every week is one and done. So I hope the Eagles know the importance of this. And I hope the defense can stop Deshaun Watson from running around. And I don't know. We'll just have to see what goes on. Avonte Maddox, I think he's going to be good. Maybe he has another interception. Hopefully they use him again, but I don't know. It's going to be a fun game, guys. You know, the season was supposed to be over, but the Eagles refuse to die, it's just great. Because I don't care what their record is, as long as they show the heart and the passion that we, the fans, show. Right here, guys, I got this shirt in LA. See that? 2018 champions right there. As long as the Eagles show the heart that we want, that we, the fans, have, that's all we want. And I don't care if it's Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, Mark Sanchez, whoever the hell it is behind center. I don't care who it is, as long as they win games. And right now, Nick Foles has the best chance because Carson Wentz is injured and there's no reason to play him. Let him rest up, and he'll come out on fire next year. But let's go, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. So, again, I'm not going to give score predictions because I'm kind of over that this season. But, you know, I think the Eagles win this game, guys. I really do. I think there's a high chance to win this game. And if they win this game, it's really over because there's no way they're going to lose to the Redskins. I just don't see that. If the Redskins had Alex Smith still, yes, but I don't see how the Redskins are going to be able to rally to beat the Eagles. Even if the Eagles made like a boatload of mistakes like they did the first time, it would still be not enough to beat them. So anyway, guys, that's my video. What do you think about this Eagles-Texans game? Are you excited for it? Are you nervous for it? Are you confident like me that you think the Eagles are going to win? Are you behind Nick Foles? You know, I like to always say you don't need to pick one or the other. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we got two quarterbacks that are starters, and it's just, we're so lucky, guys. We are. We just got to love both of these guys because this is temporary, very temporary. So enjoy the ride. But with that said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All my returning viewers, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. It was great seeing Eagles fans at the game. But as always, guys, this has been Jigsaw0097. I will talk to you all later.